Lesson 29-3 is solving word problems about mass. This is just like our previous word problems that we had, boys and girls, where you are going to look for the most important things, read it 3 times, pull out what is important and what is not, and then you're also looking for word clues. So word clues are together, which one is more, which one is less, what's the difference, groups of those kinds of things. So on page 649, you have an apple and an orange. Nick has an orange that has a mass of 220 grams and an apple that has a mass of 110 grams. What is the mass of the orange and apple together? So as an example, I pulled out what I believe are the most important things, which are the most important things. 220, and then I forgot my units, which is grams, 110 grams together. I know together means add. So I'm going to add those numbers together to find out what is the mass. So 220 plus 110, 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. So the mass of those items together is 330 grams. Again, you can feel free to like pause it and do it yourself. See if you're right, those kinds of things. You don't have to just watch me do it. Okay, this whole page is talking about what we just did. It repeats the problem. You can use a balance scale to help you solve the problem. Again, we don't have that. The balance scale shows below the mass of the orange, 100, 200, 210, 220 grams. The balance scale below shows the mass of the apple, 100, 110 grams. The balance scale below shows it all together, which would be 330 grams. Number 1, all of this is connecting what we just did. Number 1, how do you decide which operation to use to solve this problem? Well, I walked you through that. How you decide is you look for word clues. So number 1 would be word clues together equals add. Number 2, look at the balance scale and picture it that shows the orange and apple together. What does the picture show that could help you solve the problem? So number 2, look at the balance scale and picture it. So we're going to go to picture it. That shows the orange and the apple together. What does the picture show that can help you solve the problem? So here it shows, this is them together, but you can see the weights. So you can see the 100 grams are bigger. They're these big guys. And then those, so if you count them, 100, 200, 300, 310, then you count it by tens, 310, 320, 330. So it has the weights shown. And I'm just going to write, I'm not writing in complete sentences, just for space and time. But I challenge you to write down these answers in complete sentences and in more detail than Ms. Lamb is. Number 3, write an equation for the problem. What is the mass of the orange and apple together? So the equation is, and you can stack it like a cheeseburger, or you can go side by side. So either way, here I stacked my equation and here I wrote it in one big long line. Both are fine, but the mass you need to write down, which is 330 grams. Number 4, explain how you could estimate to know that your answer makes sense. So you could estimate that because you could say, well, if you're rounding, you could say 220 rounds down to 200, 110 rounds down to 100. I know 200 plus 100 is 300, so you're in that ballpark. Number 5, explain why the label grams should be a part of your answer to the problem. Well, it should be answered because it should be part of the problem because there's a big difference between 330 grams versus 330 kilograms. 330 kilograms is a ton of books. So 330 hard copy books to be exact. But an apple and an orange definitely don't weigh that. So you have to be very clear, just like AM and PM with time. You can't have a different label than what it needs to be. Moving on to page 652. It says number 7. Jeff has 40 grams of birdseed. He shares it equally among 4 birds. How many grams of birdseed does each bird get? Show your work. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is exactly those word clues that we were doing in our word problems a couple months ago. So this is really fun. We're going to pull out the most important things. I'm going to read it a second time so I can really see what I need to get. Jeff has 40 grams of birdseed. He shares it equally among 4 birds. How many grams of birdseed does each bird get? Show your work. So first thing I need to do is circle the numbers. 40 grams, 4 birds. Those are the numbers you're going to circle. Then I'm looking for clues. It says he shares it equally. Shares it equally means I'm going to divide. That is taking a big number and breaking it down into those groups. So when you have a big number and you're breaking it down, that's division, because multiplication is taking those little groups, putting them all up to that big one. So I am dividing 40 divided by 4. I know my multiplication facts, and I know that 4 times 10 is 40. You can flip it and turn it around. If you don't know, 40 divided by 4 is what? I have no idea. So I can move the 4 to the front, 40 to the back, because multiplication always ends with the biggest number. Division always starts with the biggest number. So now I know that 40 divided by 4 is 10, because these are fact families. This is just everything that we've done. We're coming back to it in mass. So each bird is going to get 10 grams, not kilograms. That would probably kill the bird. They wouldn't eat it all. You can also double check this, because you can count by tens 4 times 10, 20, 30, 40 grams of birdseed. Number 8, Micah owns 2 horses. One horse has a mass of 493 kilograms, and the other has a mass of 381 kilograms. What is the difference in mass between his 2 horses? Awesome. I'm going to erase a word clue from the previous problem for my next one. I'm going to read it a second time. Micah owns 2 horses. One horse has a mass of 493 kilograms. Big, big, big. 493 kilograms. And the other has a mass of 381 kilograms. So those are the numbers you're going to circle. What is the difference in mass between the 2 horses? So when I hear the word difference, that tells me that we are subtracting. All right, so with subtraction, it always starts with the biggest number. The biggest number between 493 and 381 is 493. So I'm going to stack these like a cheeseburger. 493 minus 381. Now 3 minus 1 is 2. 9 minus 8 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. 112 kilograms. That is the difference between those 2 horses. That is the answer to number 8. Number 9, Jasmine has 30 nickels. She has 30 nickels. Each nickel has a mass of 5 grams. What is the total mass of Jasmine's nickels? Show your work. So this one doesn't really have great word clues in it. Jasmine has 30 nickels. Each nickel has a mass of 5 grams. What is the total mass of Jasmine's nickels? We need to find out what the whole group has, each one. So it's groups of, because you have 30 nickels, there's 5 in each one. So it's 30 times 5. This is kind of like what we did before, where you remove the 0. If you do 3 times 5, you can count by 5s. 3 times 5, 10, 15. But then you need to put the 0 back on. 150 grams. You could also do 30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 30 5 times, or 5 30 times. That's going to take you a lot of time. So this way is a better way. There are 150 grams in that bucket of change. Page 653 and 654 again are practicing those word problems. It's just additional support. It's really good for you to do it, so please make sure you're doing it. There's only 4 more weeks of school. You got this. Page 653. A tree house is strong enough to hold up 300 kilograms safely. Can 8 children, each with a mass of 30 kilograms, so those are 8 groups of 30 kilograms, be in the treehouse at the same time? So you're going to do 8 times 30, which 30 breaks down into 3 times 10. You'll do 8 times 3, which is 24. And then you're going to do 24 times 10, which is 240. So 24 times 1 is 24, and then add the 0. So it's 240 kilograms. 240 kilograms is less 300. So yes, all 8 children can be in the treehouse. That is an example to help you with the rest. Number 1, John has a bag of marbles with a mass of 200 grams. Mark has a bag of marbles with a mass of 215 grams. What is the mass of the 2 bags combined? So combined also means add. You're going to add those 2 amounts together. So 200 plus 215. I'm going to stack those. 415 grams. You need to always make sure that you put your units, whether it's grams or kilograms, just like you do with everything else, so that way people know. Number 2, Brenda has 2 dogs. The masses are 27 kilograms and 33 kilograms. What is it combined? 7 plus 3 is 10, so the 1 goes over here to the tens column. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6. 60 kilograms. Combined mass is 60 kilograms. Number 3. So this is number 1. Number 2. This will be number 3. Joe is shoveling snow. He estimates that he lifts 3 kilograms with each shovel. With each full shovel. What is the total mass he lifts with 80 full shovels? So that we have 80 groups of 3. So we are multiplying. The first 2 combined equals add. Here we have groups of, so we need to do 3 times 80. Okay, cross out the 0. 3 times 8 is 24. Add the 0 back on. 240 kilograms. That's a lot of snow. Number 4. A houseplant has a mass of 15 kilograms. Barbara buys 3 houseplants of exactly the same mass. What is the mass of all the houseplants combined? Write an equation to solve the problem. So one houseplant weighs 15 kilograms. Barbara buys 3 houseplants of exactly the same mass. What is the mass of the houseplants? So the next number that you're going to need is 3. And there's groups of, so you have 3 groups of 15. So it's going to be 3 times 15. Now, you know that 10 and 5 make up 15. So we're going to do 3 times 10, and we're going to do 3 times 5 to get our answer. 3 times 10 is 30. We're going to count by 5 3 times, that's 15. If we add those together, it's 45. 3 times 15 is 45. 45 kilograms. Okay. So this is back to our multiplication where you don't know how to solve. You break it apart, then you add it back together. Number 5. Kara's filled lunchbox is 815 grams. Ben's filled lunchbox is 900 grams. How much lighter is Kara's lunchbox? So what we're doing here, when you're trying to find the difference, how much lighter, how much heavier, what's the difference? Subtraction. Subtraction always starts with the biggest number. So we're going to do 900 minus 815. I can't take 5 out of 0. I can't take 1 out of 0. So I'm going to come over here to the hundreds place. I'm going to take 1 away. So that becomes an 8. That's 10. Take it away, it becomes 9. Now the 0 is a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. There is a difference of 85 grams. Her lunchbox is 85 grams lighter, because the question was how much lighter is it? Hers is 85 grams lighter. Number 6. Marcus has 8 packs of pretzels in a paper bag. Oh, we have groups. Each pack of pretzels is 90 grams. Okay, so Mark has 8 packs of pretzels in a paper bag. Each pack of pretzels is 90 grams. So each one is 90 grams. The bag is 85 grams. What is the mass of the paper bag with the pretzels in it? Okay, so 8 packs of pretzels are in a paper bag. Each pack of pretzels is 90 grams. The bag is 85 grams. What is the mass of the paper bag with the pretzels in it? Oh, okay. So here, they're just trying to confuse you. So what is the mass of the paper bag with the pretzels in it? So there's 8 packs of pretzels in a paper bag. That kind of tells us each pack is 90 grams. So this is actually a 2-step problem, because there's 1 bag and there's 8 packs that are 90 grams. So first we have to find out what those 8 groups of 90 each are. So 8 times 9 is 72. Bring the 0 down, 720. So it's 720. That's your first step. So you have 8 packs of pretzels, and each pretzel pack is 90 grams. So you have multiplication here because you have groups of. Now it says the bag is 85 grams. So you have to add in we're multiplying, then we're going to add in the weight of the bag. Find out how much this whole thing weighs with all 8 packs of pretzels in this bag. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 8 plus 2 is 10. 7 plus 1 is 8. So it's 805 grams. That was a 2-step problem. Kind of threw me off. Took me a second to wrap my brain around it, and it's okay if it does for you too. Number 7, Kathy's cloth grocery sack can hold 16 kilograms. This is number 7. Can hold 16 kilograms without ripping. She buys juice, soup, and rice at the store. The table shows the mass for one of each item. What is one way she can fill the sack with these items? So you can do 16 kilograms or less. You're going to add them all up. So the juice is 2 kilograms. The soup is 1 kilogram. And the rice is 5 kilograms. So even if I just have one of all of these, I have 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 5 is 8. So if I know that one of each of these is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, so I could have 2 juices, which is 4 kilograms. I could have 2 soups, which is 2 kilograms. And I could have 2 bags of rice at 10 kilograms. Now let me just check my math. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 10 is 16 kilograms. That's one combination. You could have 2 of each. You could also do any other number of combinations. That's up to you. All right, that is it for lesson session 3. I hope that makes sense. Please let me know if it doesn't.